live look at Acrisure Bounce House in the heart of beautiful Orlando, Florida. EA Sports College Football ready to roll in Week 3. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Breaks into the open. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Under fire. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Quick completion to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Gets away. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in, looking for space. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave with Jesse going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. Not able to pop the big return, but they got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Catch in the middle, it's Wade. There he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got a little grass.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll go right back to him. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll give it to Watson. Fights off a defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, Scott Frost back at head coach for UCF, and so immediately you expect them to be able to run the football. We saw in recent years guys like R.J. Harvey just get it done for the Knights, and it's going to be interesting now to see what they can do moving forward, right? This is an offense that wants to go tempo. They want to establish the running game, David, and they need some superstars to emerge.
Well, and that's why they brought in Duke Watson, right? They wanted to bring a guy in with experience that you've been there, done that. He was obviously at Louisville at a little bit different level. Now expecting big things. You got to be able to run the football, want to be physical, have that ground game so you can do the tempo, you can do all the other fun things. So big shoes to fill at the running back spot.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Unleashes one deep. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF!
And this is the part of the field where you gotta love to have the big tight ends. These guys are used all over the field now. Find those mismatches. Palmer, nice throw, nice catch.
Man, I remember a time when tight ends were good for 5-yard out routes and blocking. How nice is it to have a guy with this guy's size and speed just stretch the field vertically, get into the end zone quickly, and be a great target for you? That's every quarterback's dream.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Creates a little space. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Rushes on him. They got him. Great pressure on this defense. And here comes the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 45. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Off play action. That's caught. It's Wade. Makes the catch and he's free. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd. So after the break, they'll go back to work. They'll run out of the gun with Watson. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it. It's Watson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Running inside. It's Watson. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
quarterbacks that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. On the move, it's Fowler. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But
oh, he's got some space. And it'll be a touchdown. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the deal with a 60-yard run to the house. On the run from inside his own, and he loses the football. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
So close to cashing it in for this offense. The pitch. And the fourth option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going on.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the quarterback there throwing the hitch route against zone coverage. You can't stare at him. If you do that, then you allow the flat defender to get underneath it, and that might be a pick 6. So really good job by the quarterback there, using his eyes to manipulate the defense.
Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Now adjusting. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Plows through the defense. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Hauls it in. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
There's some room. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Back to pass on 2nd down. A little release to the back. And they pick up just a few on that completion. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one.
Turning it on. Got enough space. And they're in for a touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. We'll see how aggressive they are trying to put up points before the break. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Makes the grab on the left. Just never gives you a clean shot at him as he gets out to the 28. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas, taking on the number 13 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Longhorns, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Ready to fire from the pistol. They'll open this 3rd quarter with a run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Fowler. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And those plays are never going to be on the highlight tapes. But, man, you love a QB that on 3rd down can understand spacing, can understand how to check the football down, let their running back do the rest, get the first down, move the sticks, so then you can make the big play later on in this drive.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Being chased. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Bought a little time, lets it go. With the catch, it's Watson. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Charles. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Here comes the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something. Breaks into the open. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And the big deflection on 3rd down forces a 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Secures it at the 30. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense.
Man, that is going to haunt this quarterback. He had his receiver running a deep route. He was open, and the QB overthrew him. Man, that sucks.
Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They have it at the 43. 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. To the air. It's Barnett. A little screen to the running back. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads quickly. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Look out, he's got room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Knights have this offense rolling. They'll move the tight end. They'll give it to him again. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. The Knights are threatening in the red zone. Motion from the wide receiver. And he'll be brought down.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And they trust their kicker, and he drills it. He drills it, ties this game up early in the 4th quarter. Man, this one looks like it's going to be a great finish. We're all knotted up.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. The run inside. It's Fowler. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Some misdirection with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end now in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
because of the success that this quarterback has had early in this game running the football, if I'm the coordinator calling plays, I'm dialing up his number more. Design runs, and also telling him to...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. He'll take it on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Running inside. It's Williamson. There's a little room there. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Barnett. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there. Got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Knights kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, UCF! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. And now, after being stymied for this entire 2nd half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Bring in the heat. And they got it.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
Man, these are killers, right? Late in the game, in the fourth quarter, you're getting to the quarterback, but he does such a great job scrambling around. When you do this, you get extra first downs. You start to wear those defensive linemen out. So late in the game, this could pay off. Great job getting the first down.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. After the run, now to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Stepping to the right. He'll try. There he goes. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
Fourth quarter, obviously trailing in a football game, you're going to need this dude, your quarterback, to make plays. And you got to call plays like this where it's a pass and he still takes off and gets the first down. It's his time. It's the fourth quarter. You're trailing. The ball's in his hands.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
It's incomplete, and the last chance is